What's up guys, my name is Bruno Rodriguez and this is Flick in a Flash with today's review over the new Netflix original movie, The King. This movie was directed by David Meycott and it stars Timothée Chalamet as King Henry V. Now I completely skipped out on this movie. I knew it was coming out, but I didn't realize that it already came out a few weeks ago. I finally got a chance to see it and it was a very nice surprise. Everything from the action to the acting, set design, cinematography, the score, all the technical aspects were extremely impressive. You know Netflix put in a big budget for this film and it was extremely well handled. Now the first thing I want to talk about is just the acting. Timothée Chalamet, I think that's how you pronounce his name, I'm not really sure. He is such an amazing actor. I recently also saw him in Beautiful Boy, which I haven't reviewed that film, but it is such an amazing story, and his acting, his performance is really what elevated that, and it's what elevated this movie as well. He gave such a strong and deep performance, playing King Henry V, a very steadfast, mentally strong leader whose goal is simply to keep peace and undo all the wrongdoings of his father.
France is taunting us.
They were my father's enemies, not mine.
Now, I am not well versed in the history of this movie. I don't know how accurate it is. So from this point, I'm just going to talk about the story as shown in the movie. I'm not really sure how accurate it is. But in the movie, he is portrayed as such an interesting character. He plays this character as one who is very deeply weighed down by the responsibilities of being a king. At the beginning of the movie, he's very reluctant to become a king. And you can tell by the interactions he has with his father and his siblings that he just doesn't believe it's for him. But it's not only that he doesn't want to be king, because I think he knows that he should be king because he is just a morally more responsible leader. He just doesn't want that weight on his back because he knows that with it, it just comes a lot of burdens.
Choose your steps wisely, dear brother.
And his acting and portrayal of this character is phenomenal. There are several standouts, including Robert Pattinson, who appears only about halfway through the movie and not that big a role, but he completely submerges into his character.
The screams of your men shall lull me to sleep at night.
You do not see Robert Pattinson, you do not see our future Batman, you see this French king who's just a jerk. I love seeing just how actors can just become another person and you completely forget who they are. That's good acting in my opinion, and Robert Pattinson definitely does that. Now the only acting that seemed a little off was King Henry's younger brother. The acting for him just felt a little extra. Played very on the nose. Now that might have been intentional, but I didn't like it as much as the other grounded performances. Now I know I already mentioned all the amazing technicalities, but I really want to emphasize on the cinematography. There's some beautiful shots and a lot of it also had to do with the set design. All the sets and costumes were really accurate and the battles looked just ugly and grim and not clean and glossy like in most war movies. Well, actually not all war movies are shown like that, but this one was extra dirty. I mean, people just tackling each other and punching because their swords are heavy, and you really get the sense in that movie. I mean, it takes a lot of time to swing a freaking sword, so the characters sometimes just resort to tackling each other and just going at it. And some of the war scenes are played in the mud and they're just trying to drown him in the mud or killing him in any way that they can. It's not just swinging the sword and stabbing him. So the acting was great, the story, the cinematography, the war, the action. But just what really hit me was the themes that I was trying to tackle were really well done. The themes of responsibility and just having the power over someone's life and the burdens that can cause. He is played as someone who truly knows the pain that he could be inflicting upon other people. Very aware of the actual human life that can be lost for no reason. So he does not want to start a war unless absolutely necessary. And you see throughout, people just want him to attack and they want him to attack and he's like, no, why do we need to attack? Let's just have peace. But he also comes to the realization that sometimes war is a necessary evil, but he's always doubting, is it actually? Is there another way? I just found that aspect of the movie was really interesting. There might have been a small problem with the pacing. I found the movie very interesting and not boring at all. There were a few minutes near the end of the third act, well, the end of the battle, but before the actual finish, or just about 10 minutes that felt a little bit long and could have been shortened to just get from the last battle to the end scene quicker. Apart from that, I found myself really enjoying this film. This is probably one of my favorite movies from that time period, and I'm going to give this movie a 4 out of 5 stars. I definitely recommend all of you guys to check it out, especially because it's on Netflix. You guys can just play for free at your house. You don't have to leave. Grab some popcorn, free popcorn, not the super overpriced popcorn from the movie theater, and just enjoy this high quality movie. I mean, Netflix are coming out with some really nice movies. They're not that cliche low standard Netflix movie that used to be a thing. I mean, they still have that. Now some of the movies are actually being pretty good. Guys, I think that's all I have to say about this movie. I really enjoyed it and I hope you guys did too. If you've already seen it, please let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. Look forward to a few more videos during the holidays. I'll probably do some rankings of Christmas movies or maybe a top 10 list or something. So make sure to look out for those. Guys, thank you all so much for watching this review. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and checking out my other videos. And as always, drop a like and drop in later.